Hello and welcome to the video channel for Guardian Angel Advisors. This is part B in the two-part video with Jessie Martin from Nuesite. Let's jump right in. So earlier you mentioned different types of websites for information, product, sales, and that's going to have a lot of images. Obviously you don't want them on the first page, but I guess you sort of categorize it. So that way when they're on their phone, it's not loading 50 different pictures at one time.
Sure.
But along the same lines, there's paying for this stuff. I remember when you helped me set up mine, I wanted to get paid for my services. There's a lot of different merchant services that you can use. Are there some pros and cons for certain ones you can think of for paying online?
You know, merchant services are really a dime a dozen. Anyone can become a merchant service. It's, which payment gateway they tie into. So really my best thing is look at the merchant services and how they tie into what you want to use. Some merchant services will allow you to tie into different programs. They have plugins for different sites and different, what they call APIs to tie into what you're doing. Others have nothing at all. You're very limited to what you can do. So that first and foremost, I would look at the higher end merchant services that allow you to develop what you're looking to do. And of course, secondly, merchant service fees are all over the place. Some charge by a percentage of what you process and a transaction fee. Some are just a flat transaction fee. So just kind of do your research, make sure you find any hidden costs, any hidden fees, and sort of get a real good idea about, what it is, how much you're processing and how much those fees are going to end up. Because if you've developed something and you change merchant services in midstream, it can really affect your business, especially if you're doing something that has a recurring fee, because those will actually cancel, and you have to go back to all your customers and say, "Oops, we changed our merchant service. Now redo this all over again," and it just becomes a real hassle.
Yeah. So in the whole website development space, what's your favorite thing to do right now? What are you looking for businesses?
Oh, my favorite thing right now is developing apps. Apps are the app space right now is growing exponentially. The amazing things you can do with smartphones, and the just how those apps can manipulate your phone and just what the added benefits of actually having an app versus a website, the portability, the ease of use. It's really amazing what they can do now. So I'm really diving into the app space very deeply and just enjoying it, because every time you think you've kind of got it figured out, something new pops up. You're just like, oh wow, that's amazing.
So what are some industries you can think of that absolutely have to have their own app? Would it be product, service? It doesn't matter, just depends what it is.
There is no specific, I would say first and foremost, I would go with like a restaurant, something like that has a mobile menu that they can go in and they can, do something very quickly that way. I see restaurants all the time doing that, and they can, they sometimes double their business because of the ease of use of a mobile app ordering system. And then of course, depending on the industry itself, a lot of back end apps, not just for customers' use, but for a business use itself. So say I'm a plumbing company or electrical company, and I have 30 technicians that work for me, I can give each one of them access to an app, and I can control their scheduling and their dispatching from the app, and they can get it real time in their hand and get alerts and notifications, and sort of help expedite their day, rather than trying to log in on a laptop or trying to look at paperwork, something like that, they can just go in, look at their app, do what they have to do, check it off, move on to the next, customer, and that app will immediately start navigating them to their next client and tell them exactly what needs to be done. There's so many different uses and ways to implement an app into your business and help to really automate a lot of your processes and cut down on a lot of your paperwork.
I've never thought of it for the business side. I always saw it from a consumer side because I don't have a big business employees.
I mean, actually, we do more apps from a business side than we do a consumer side because it's just there's a huge need, and people are seeing that with technology you can automate the majority of your business and make things go a lot faster and better record keeping.
Wow. So that's making me think now, and on my end, if I wanted to reach out to a consumer, or let's say they found me on the internet, I don't know how to download my app unless they already trusted me. But it seems like a nice way to put FAQs in an app.
Sure. I mean, with something of your, in your industry, there's when you're trying to help someone with business credit, and you have a step-by-step process, you can actually automate and say, okay, here's your first couple of steps, check it off, check off. Okay, here's your next steps. And if someone's going down the list and they stop because they're tired, they want to do something else, the next day you can send them an alert saying, hey, don't forget to do this, you have to have it done by this date or something of that nature. So it helps really automate that process and helps keep your client or your customer moving forward.
That's interesting. So if you were to say have a store and you had locations on, let's say you had, I don't know, a bunch of soaps, shampoos, bath bombs. If that person is like maybe a quarter mile away, you could probably send them a ping and say, hey, do you need more soap or something like that?
Oh, sure. I mean, there's a lot of stores that actually utilize apps with location services. So, let's say, for instance, a Walmart. So in any given city, any large given city, there's 4, 5, 6 Walmarts. But each Walmart may have different items in different stores. If you have the Walmart app on your phone and you drive within a certain area of a Walmart, that specific one, it'll show you deals and specials at that specific Walmart, or it'll look at your buying history and say, oh, okay, well, you've bought this specific laundry detergent or this specific dog food. And I see you're within this range of the store, and we have a sale on that specific dog food. Hey, I'm going to ping you and say, hey, by the way, we have a sale on, on this dog food, and you're nearby, come get it.
Wow.
And it's even the same with casinos now. Casinos have apps, and each one of their restaurants, each one of their stores inside the casino are all tied into that app. And they have location services on each store. As you're walking by, you can get each individual store, restaurant, whatever's coupons or deals for the day. So it's amazing, what they can actually do for you. Even car dealerships, they have what is called geofencing, that they can specifically locate your exact location. And if you're next to a car, it will give you a list of, basically all the information you would read on the side sticker of a car. It'll ping it right to your phone so you can see everything about that car.
Wow. And they could probably even put coupons on there. Like, if you buy this car now, here's $3 off your Mercedes.
Sure.
Or a coffee, So back to the website. I there's these social media icons I see everywhere. I don't even know what all of them are. I know the obvious: Facebook, YouTube. Are you seeing a lot of integration between websites and these Facebook pages and YouTube pages?
Yeah, there are different aspects of social media integration. A lot of people will just add external links So you can go and visit their social media pages. Some will actually put live feeds inside their website from their social media pages. So there's different ways you can do that. But what that does is increase your web. When they say World Wide Web, it's for a reason. You have your specific entity, and every other place on the web that you're listed, that you're named, that has a website link that has your information, is another ring in your web. So you're trying to stretch that web out as far as possible. And social media is a great way to do that. Blogging is a great way to do that. Things of that nature help build your web presence, which in turn builds the legitimacy of your business. In turn, Google and other search engines see you as a legitimate entity and help build you and push you forward in rankings.
Well, so not only will that help you get business credit, but it helps build your street credit.
Exactly.
So where do you see the future of marketing and with your profession, with what you're doing? I know you were going to get into business consulting because things are changing a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I see marketing shifting away from the old standards of, print marketing is going by the wayside. TV marketing is really going by the wayside. Radio, it's all old. The future of marketing is going to be in social media. The biggest marketing platforms right now, or the biggest marketing techniques, I should say, are what they call influence marketing. So these people that you see on YouTube, that you see on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, things of that nature, that have these massive followings. These companies like Red Bull or Coca-Cola or any of these larger companies will go to them and say, hey, we will pay you to promote our product on your site, on your YouTube channel or your TikTok channel. And just the fact that your favorite YouTube star is drinking a Red Bull or eating McDonald's has such a profound impact on everyone that follows that person that it makes them want to go and do the same thing. I've seen tremendous return on investment when it comes to influencer marketing, and that's the way everything is going. Social media is honestly your best ROI for your advertising dollars.
Speaking of that, I hope you like what we're talking about. So if you could like, share, subscribe to this video channel. But I was so jealous when I heard about that kid who plays with toys on YouTube, and I think he brings in $1 million or $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, right now the number one YouTube star, I believe, is making $14 to $17 million a year, and all he does is play video games. He plays different video games. I mean, it's some of the most ridiculous, even more old school than Mario Brothers. And he'll sit there and he'll live stream playing video games, or he'll live stream. He'll wear a dog shock collar, and every time he dies, he gets shot, and he just keeps playing. It's strange. I don't know why it works, but it does. And these companies are starting to tap into that potential of these 2, 3, 5, 7 million followers that are watching this guy on a regular basis, and he's eating Doritos or he's drinking a Coke, and they see their sales spike.
Wow, I studied the wrong thing in college. Well, they don't even have to go to college. They're sad if they know what to do with their money.
Absolutely. I mean, and you even see it now with these live stream video gamers on Twitch and things of that nature. These people literally sit around and they play video games, and these people watch them for hours. And same thing, they, while they're playing video games, they're drinking a Gatorade, or they're wearing a Nike hat, and they're making money from that.
Wow. I'm almost jealous. I feel more productive doing what I'm doing, but
absolutely,
would love to get paid with an extra comma. Do you have any closing thoughts on the website and the email for someone who's just starting out? Obviously, you mentioned that, yes, they are working on a shoestring budget, probably. But if there's
Absolutely.
anything you want to add with, absolutely don't do this, please do this instead at a minimum.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I do understand small business owners are working on a budget. But you know, don't take quality for granted. Again, it is your first impression that anyone is going to see of you. Everything is done, you know, everything is done via web searches. They want to know what people think of you. They want to know, you know, everything about you before they even interact with you for the first time. And that is how they do it, is with your web presence. And my biggest thing is, you know, please study, do a little bit of studying, do a little bit of research before you dive right into something. Um, you know, just because it's a smaller price tag doesn't make it better, and just because it's a larger price tag doesn't make it better either. Really sort of dig into, you know, who you're working with and who you're dealing with, and if I can, you know, if I can suggest anything at all, take the time and talk to a consultant. You know, it may cost you $75 an hour, and maybe a 2-3 hour time frame, but that $200 could save you potentially thousands in the long run. I see it every day, and that is the one thing I would say when it comes to developing your business and getting a presence online is please take the time and speak with a consultant.
Right, yeah, do it right the first time, because it's costly to fix
Absolutely.
something, especially if someone owns your web domain now. It's horrible.
Absolutely.
So how would people get a hold of you if they wanted to reach out to you?
Absolutely. You know, I would love to sit down and talk with people and, you know, get to know their business and how we can help, or even give guidance to push you in the right direction. You know, you can visit our website at nuesite.com. You can contact me at Jessie at nuesite.com as well. Um, you know, we're open 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, and we'd love to talk with you. This is our passion. This is what I love to do. And, you know, small business owners are my passion as well. I love to sound and help educate small business owners on how to go from where they are to where they want to be. And because I myself am a small business owner, so I know all the struggles, and that's what I love to do.
Right, so you're not just building a website and then vanishing. You already know, business-wise, whatever the industry, that when you get big enough, you're going to need this. When you get old enough in your business,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
and you were going to be you were also consulting on that side, I believe, too, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we love to sit down with businesses and figure where they're at, where they want to be, and then make sure whatever they do is scalable in the future to help push them in that direction.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for making it all the way to the end. And again, if you could, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below, something that we may respond to. I don't know if we will. Again, that is Jessie Martin from Nuesite, and we're going to have his information right after this closing video transition. Again, thank you for showing up.
Thank you, Carl.